Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, Savat the Mighty here, and I'm back with another Eve Echoes video. In today's video, we're going to be on the test server, the public test server that everybody's actually able to be on currently, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the armor tanking shenanigans. In order to do this, we're going to take a look at a specific ship today, the Prophecy Guardian. Alright, well, before we get started, if you do like my content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I do release new content in the future. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the Prophecy, the Guardian version. Alright, so this is the Prophecy Guardian, and this one I believe is a tier 9 ship. It certainly is. And we just wanted to kind of set it up to test out all of the new tanking of things that they can do. So we do have it set up just basically for pretty much a full-on tank and to take advantage of the primary things that it do. And what I mean by that is we've gone for full EM and thermal resistances on this ship just to see exactly what it can push and what that's going to look like. And so let's take a look here. First off, for the high slots, I went ahead and used two Centum C-type medium beam lasers. You could use really whatever you want there. I just happen to have those since my main account is a laser main, so I have lasers available. In the mid slots, we went ahead and put in Imperial Navy Medium Energy Nosferatu, because that's also what I had on hand. And I'm actually put in there one of the Core Armored Command Bursts. And so this command burst is pretty cool. What it's actually going to do is a multitude of things. So you basically can put this on and it's going to reduce your armor repair capacitor need by 5.72%, which can turn a lot of armor repairs stable in certain fits and basically leave you kind of able to juggle around more. So if you were just at that little bit of not being capped stable, this is definitely going to help you activate those. Now, remote armor repair capacitor needed is what we just talked about. It does that for your armor as well as the remote armor repairs. So kind of got a little tongue twisted there. It's also just going to flat out increase your armor by 7.81% according to this. And it increases your armor resistances by 9.54%. So that's not half bad either. So increasing the armor resistance is just that little bit. It does last for 60 seconds and does use 1,800 gigajoules of fuel. This thing does burn through fuel quite quickly. So that is one of the things I have noticed on here. So we're taking advantage of that. We also have the Interruptive Stasis Webifier. It's just a Meta 5. It's what I had on hand here. And we have thrown into the drones, we have Mark 9 hammerheads. And so we got a full array of those. Now, as you can see here, our total damage on the ship is 380 DPS. And we're looking at 117.54 is coming from the lasers. And 262.96 is coming from the drones. Depending on your skills, that's going to give or take a little bit there. I did put some points into my medium drone skills. This is almost maxed out, but not quite 555 and everything. I think I'm 554 and just about everything when it comes to drones and medium lasers. Maybe 544. I don't even know exactly where I'm at there. I don't think I put any points into those. But we could take a look at that in a moment. Now in the low slots, I did go ahead and put in a Corpum C-type reactive armor hardener, because that's what I had on my account, and a couple of adaptive C-type armor hardeners. Well, they're different types, but they're basically both the C-type. I also have two of the medium C-type armor wrappers. I did try to put a large in here, but the large would not fit with my current skills, unless I actually made one of the rigs a power grid rig. I didn't really want to do that for the time being. It is something that can be done though, so there's something to be said about that. And I do have a Centum C-type medium afterburner in here. This thing can zip around a little bit, so I wanted to kind of take advantage of that. After flying the battleships and whatnot, being able to have a little bit of movement always is appeasing to me. So for our engineering slots, I do have a couple of semiconductor memory cells. I apologize, one semiconductor memory cell and two capacitor control circuits. Always forget what I put into those. And like I said before, we're running an anti-thermal pump, an anti-EM pump, and we have auxiliary nano pump. Now the auxiliary nano pump is going to give us our repair bonus of 30%, and that's going to apply to both of the armor repairs that we have. And these are just going to give us the flat resistance to what they are, the EM and the thermal. What we're looking at here right now, again, total offense is 380.49, 117.54 DPS is the lasers. The lasers do have an optimal range of 25 and can fire out to about 35, 36 if you're lucky at 50% damage. Your drones themselves have a 54 km range and are doing 262.96 DPS. That's going to be a majority of your DPS, sitting at a total of 380. This thing is definitely not winning any type of rewards for the DPS. It's gonna kill things slow. But that's not what we're here to look at. We're here to look at the actual tank. As so defense, its effective hit points is looking at 60,252. In shields, it has 12,065 shield hit points with an EM resistance of 0, thermal of 20, kinetic of 40, and explosive of 55. For the armor, it has 17,345 hit points with an EM resistance of 76, a thermal resistance of 69, a kinetic resistance of 40, and an explosive resistance of 36. Now, if you do get down to structure and about to get blowed up, you got 14,058 structure hit points with an EM resistance of 33, a thermal resistance of 33, kinetic 33, explosive 33. You got those lovely 33s across the board. So the capacitor in this, the capacitor is actually at minus 3.6% or minus 1.29 gigajoules. It does become stable by using the Imperial Navy Energy Nosferatu here, which does have that optimal range of 10.12 km. So you do want to be kind of close. However, if you don't run the afterburner, it still is going to be pretty stable. Ultimately, as long as you're not running everything, you should be fine. Targeting, it has 16 points with a scan resolution of a 226, a signature radius of 212, and can lock a maximum of 7 targets. And its navigation, we're looking at a warp prep time of 8.69 seconds, warp speed of 2.7 AUs, no warp stability. The power grid where I'm currently sitting at, it has 995 total power grid. We're using right now 797 of that. So, yeah, is what it is. And its total navigation is moving at 253.26. Not too shabby. Alright, so normally here's where I would just go ahead and take it out to a mission, but I want to go ahead and undock and show what we're looking at here first. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take it out to something dumb in this case here. You know it's just going to kill extremely slow. Alright, so the main thing that we actually want to see here is if we kick on all of these, what we're looking at is a defense of 89 for EM, 86 for thermal, 73 for kinetic, and 71 for explosive. Those are some pretty good resistances. Now, also, our capacitor says it's 17 minutes and 16 seconds. Let's go ahead and activate that. Capacitor has gone to stable with that running. So now our capacitor is stable, and our defense for armor is sitting at 90%, 87%, 76%, and 74% respectively. So it is giving that boost. It is giving us the capacitor boost, which is taking us up to being stable, running everything that we have going on here. So not too shabby at all. Our effective hit points total with everything running looks like it's 104,264. Definitely not bad for an armor tank. Now, this is probably going to be one of the top of the line armor tanks, as the Prophecy Guardian itself does get a couple of key bonuses to doing this. One, it can fit a command burst, and two, it gets plus 4% armor resist per level for advanced battlecruiser defense, and I do have 5 points in that. So, yeah, take that kind of with a grain of salt. This is definitely going to be one of your tanky boys in the game. Now, this thing, like I said, does burn through. It uses one of those every minute, so make sure to bring quite a bit of fuel. I myself, in the cargo hold, I only have 839 of these. 839, look, we have 89 uses of that. So it's not using up much fuel to do this, but, I mean, much cargo space. But still, if you are going to be doing these, make sure to bring quite a bit of fuel with you to make sure that you do last the entire encounters. If you're planning on having those running all the time anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and dock up here and see what's what. Oh yeah, I can't talk. That's another thing to make mention of here. So if we take a look here, weapons timer. So whenever you do activate those command bursts, it does activate your weapons timer. So just be very, very cognitive of that,
Docket request
because
accepted.
that could end your day pretty quickly and be very bad, very, very bad. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here, and I'm going to go take this one out to a combat, and we'll just take a look and see how effective it can be. And if I have a little bit of time, depending on whenever the update comes in tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and take a look at one of the shield tanks, and we'll see how that fits out. All right, guys, well, thank you very much, and I'm going to leave you to the combat now. Hey guys, Savat here, and I lied. So I was going to put some combat in here afterwards, but it was just 24 minutes of spinning in a circle. It literally takes forever for just a regular news mission to kill anything. So yeah, it was quite a bit. So I'm not going to put any type of combat footage for this thing in. Just know it can tank a news mission fairly easy, as you would expect. And it can probably take a lot more harder content than that. But it's definitely a ship that you would want to take in with a group and not by yourself. Again, a 24-minute clear time on a news mission, just a regular base butt neck news mission, is pretty atrocious. So take that for what you will. It would be nice to actually have some of the Guardians and stuff like that, a group to actually be able to show stuff off in there, but that takes coordination and everything like that. So, which is why I don't really like to touch the Guardian ships. However, I did like to see the what the what the armor tank can actually do now, and they can hit a lot higher things and still stay stable with the right abilities and everything put into there. So that was pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see some more combat or something like that, that will be coming soon. I'm sorry about that. I just can't justify putting 24 minutes of moving around like that in there. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. All right. Well, thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.